Hey everyone, and welcome to part 1 of my Dark Souls 3 playthrough. And wow, I have to say, I can't quite believe I've already reached the final leg of my journey through the Dark Souls universe. It really does feel like it was only yesterday that I started my first playthrough of Dark Souls 1. And when I think about all of the amazing stories that I learned of and that I became part of, and all of the absolutely fascinating characters that I encountered over the course of my playthrough of not just Dark Souls 1, but also Dark Souls 2, especially actually I should say Dark Souls 2, when I think back to all of that and just this absolutely incredible world that I got to know little by little, I have to say that my expectations for Dark Souls 3 are incredibly high. Both in terms of lore and in terms of gameplay. Because where Dark Souls 1 made me, just love the series, the universe of the game, Dark Souls 2 made me love it even more, because in so many ways I feel that it expanded upon the basis laid out by the first game. And now I am incredibly and deeply curious to find out whether the generally very positive opinion of Dark Souls 3 in the community has merit to it, as it were. Because honestly, generally the opinion of Dark Souls 2 in the community is not necessarily a positive one, and I did hear many people say and tell me that Dark Souls 2 is a bad game, it's not worth playing, it deserves to be skipped. The only good games are Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 3, and honestly, Dark Souls 1 is simply good because it was the first one. The true masterpiece is Dark Souls 3. I very, very strongly disagree that Dark Souls 2 is a bad game. It was an absolutely amazing playthrough, which has very much left Dark Souls 2 one of my favorite games ever, and certainly my favorite Dark Souls game so far. So, whether I should trust the opinion of the community in regard to Dark Souls 3, I don't know. But considering it's a positive opinion rather than a negative one, I am inclined to think that it's probably accurate. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what kinds of adventures I'm going to have in this playthrough. Before we get started with that though, the important question of what kind of knowledge am I going into this game with? Not much, actually. So I know there's going to be a firekeeper. A pretty firekeeper, if the art I've seen online is any indicator. And I know that in the Ashes of Ariandel DLC, I am going to meet Sister Friede, whose reputation of being an incredibly difficult boss I have heard of, and whose boss music I have listened to. But since I haven't actually seen any kind of gameplay for Dark Souls 3, I am essentially just going blind into this playthrough. These are really the only two pieces of knowledge I have about the game. So I'm quite curious in what way it's going to be different or similar to Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2. And in particularly, I am very curious about the lore. Is there going to be any continuity between Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3 established in this game? So, yeah, high expectations and an incredibly high level of curiosity is what I'm starting this playthrough with. So, with all of this said, let's dive straight into it, guys. Oh, no, wait, I nearly forgot. Allow me to take this moment to announce the results of the poll which I started in order to let you guys decide which game you would like to see alongside Dark Souls 3 on the channel. And first off, I have to say that the poll definitely didn't develop the way that I thought it would. And at several points it seemed like it would be a tie between Sekiro and Bloodborne, the two games I'd offered to play alongside, like I'd offered as options. And it would have been a tie until literally the last hour where the poll was still open, when one final vote was handed in, and that vote went to Sekiro. So, as I said I would do, I am going to update Dark Souls 3 to upload new episodes for Dark Souls 3 twice a week, and a new episode for Sekiro once a week. So look forward to that, I guess. And with this now out of the way, let's dive into the game.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, we start with the trailer.
It is called Lothric,
Lothric.
where the transitory lands of the Lords of Cinder converge.
I think I'm going to have to turn the music and sound up a little bit.
In venturing north,
North.
the pilgrims discover the truth of the old words.
What truth?
The fire fades, and the lords go without thrones.
Oh dear. That's not us, I hope. That's not the player, I hope.
When the link of fire is threatened, the bell tolls, unearthing the old Lords of Cinder from their graves.
Lords of Cinder.
Aldrich, Saint of the Deep.
What the heck is that?
Farron's undead legion, the Abyss Watchers.
Ooh, they look cool.
And the reclusive lord of the profaned capital. Yon the giant.
Wow. He's huge.
Only in truth, the lords will abandon their thrones.
They abandoned their thrones?
And the unkindled will rise. Nameless, accursed undead, unfit even to be cinder. And so it is that ash seeketh embers.
Oh, character creation directly. Ooh, okay, so I've got a lot of thoughts. Got a lot of thoughts. Okay, so the way that the introductory video, trailer, whatever you want to call it, was set up reminded me of the way that the trailer of Dark Souls 1 was set up. Which makes me think that since I ended up in Dark Souls 1 encountering and fighting all of the beings mentioned in the introductory trailer of Dark Souls 1, that is probably also going to be the case here, which means I'm going to end up fighting, who were they? Aldrich, the Abyss Watchers, and Yorm the Giant. Okay, I really have to ask, what the heck kind of creature is Aldrich? Because it just looked like a giant, I don't know, giant pile of goo, essentially. But his title was interesting, Saint of the Deep. So when I heard Saint of the Deep, my first thought was, okay, so instead of being called the Deep, or instead of being called the Dark, the Abyss is going to be called the Deep in Dark Souls 3. But then the Abyss Watchers were mentioned, and they pretty much have the word Abyss inside their title, so what is the Deep is my question here. What is the Deep? Is it the Dark? A different form of the Dark? A different manifestation of the Dark? Or does it have to actually do with water? Because Aldrich did look like he was kind of on the verge of turning into a liquid state of some sort. Oh, and the Abyss Watchers looked very cool. Menacing. Menacing, but cool. Almost giant. Okay, why the profaned capital though? Profaned is a very specific word to use here. Why profaned? So, as I understand it, the player is unkindled. I'm an unkindled, as I understand it. Okay, interesting. Right, so let's start with character creation, and we start with the name. And the name I'm going to use is the name I always use for games, which is Morphe. Gender, we're going to change it to female. Age, young. Sure, let's go with young. Class. I kind of want to actually... I said I wanted to actually turn the music and dialogue up, but now I actually want to turn it down. It's a bit loud. Right, so class, knight, an obscure knight of poor renown who collapsed roaming the land. Sturdy, owing to high vitality and stout armor. So what are my stats? Level, okay, vigor is health, I assume. Attunement, spells, I guess, endurance, stamina, vitality. So we've got vitality here as well. Is vitality going to be equipment load again? Wait, help is this. Explanation. No, can I go to explanation? No, this is just for the controls. Not quite the help that I wanted. No, okay. So I'm going to assume that vitality is the same as in Dark Souls 2 when it's for equip load, and is separate from stamina, which is endurance. Strength, dexterity, standard, intelligence, faith, standard, luck. I've got a luck stat? Interesting. Okay, mercenary. Oh, wait, what kind of weapon did you have? Standard broadsword, I think. Mercenary. A mercenary and veteran of the battlefield. High dexterity allows masterful wielding of dual scimitars. Oh yeah, there is a second one. Dual scimitars. Scimitar's a good weapon. So usually I do tend towards dexterity, actually. I do tend towards dexterity for the most part. Vigor 11, attunement 12. Sounds good. Endurance 11, vitality 10, strength 10, dexterity 16. Ooh. Intelligence 10, Faith 8, Luck 9. These are good stats. And appearance-wise, not bad. Warrior. I guess this is the balanced one? No, this is the strength. Wait, so... No, Knight is the balanced one. Mercenary is Dex and this is strength, yeah. A warrior, descendant of northern warriors famed for their brawn. Utilizes high strength to wield a heavy No axe. No axe and no spear. But I do want to read the descriptions. Herald, a former herald who journeyed to finish a quest undertaken. Wields a sturdy spear and employs a gentle restorative miracle. Ah yes, Faith 13. Luck 11, high. Thief. Has a dagger, I assume. A common thief and pitiful deserter. Wields a dagger intended for backstabs alongside a military issue bow. Ooh, he has a bow. Military issue bow. Oh, I'm tempted. So I didn't actually really use bows in Dark Souls 1, but in Dark Souls 2 I picked up the bow and it ended up being such a good decision. Such a good decision. Being able to start with a bow would be nice. I don't like the dagger though. So short. What are the stats? Oh, level 5 is low. Vigor 10, attunement 11. Decent. Endurance 10, vitality 9 and strength 9. Not good. Dexterity would be higher. It's a dagger. Intelligence 10, faith 8, luck 14. I really want to know what the luck stat is. I don't understand what the luck stat is. And I can't get an explanation. It's just for the controls. Okay. Assassin. An assassin? This does not look like an assassin. Has an interesting blade though. I'd say that's a longsword. An assassin who stalks their prey from the shadows favors sorceries in addition to thrusting swords. Yes, this does look like a thrusting weapon, doesn't it? 10, vigor, attunement 14, sorceries, yes, endurance 11, vitality 10, strength 10, dexterity 14, intelligence 11, faith 9, luck 10. This seems actually pretty rounded, well-rounded. I am not a fan of thrusting weapons though. Sorcerer. That looks like an interesting weapon. Has a shield. The robes are a bit much though, aren't they? A loner who left formal academia to pursue further research. Commands soul sorceries using high intelligence. How high is your intelligence? 16. And attunement 16 as well. Okay, high. Vitality only 7, strength 7, dexterity 12. Not really. Pyromancer. This looks more like, I don't know, this kind of reminds me of, I don't know, a tribal warrior or something. A pyromancer from a remote region who manipulates flame. Also an adept close combat warrior who wields a hand axe. Yeah, interesting outfit, but it's an axe, so no. This is a mace. No. Cleric. A traveling cleric who collapsed from exhaustion. Channels high faith to cast many and varied miracles. Faith is 16 and deprived is... yeah, this is level 1. Oh, but all stats are 10. This is the most rounded. Well-rounded of them all. Naked and of unknown origin, either an unfathomable fool in life or was stripped of possessions upon burial. And the club, no. Okay, so... Thief... What class would I like? Kind of tempted to take... Kind of tempted for... yeah, the mercenary is kind of tempting, I have to say. Knight. Knight with all that armor would probably be heavy rolling. I don't like that. I prefer light rolls. And just light in general. So mercenary is something I'd be interested in. And I could actually try dual wielding. So I was really tempted to try dual wielding with my Falcons at one point in my Dark Souls 2 playthrough. But I never quite actually got around to it. Because I do actually like using a shield. I do actually like using a shield. Oh hey, this is the shield that I used for much of the beginning of my Dark Souls 1 playthrough. It was the wooden shield. It was a good shield. Warrior is a no due to the axe. No due to the spear. Thief. Thief has a very cool outfit, I have to say. Thief has a very cool outfit. Luck is 14. What does the luck stat do? I'm going to get an explanation later on. On the plus side, okay, so this is a small shield, but on the plus side, the thief has a bow. How soon can I get a bow in the game, I wonder? I don't like the dagger though. Dagger means very short reach, means I have to be up close. Let's go with mercenary for now. Burial gift. I guess that's the starting item. No sign of a burial gift or otherwise. Life ring. Familiar. Divine blessing. Familiar. Hidden blessing. What's a hidden blessing? Pure blessed holy water. Fully restores FP. FP. What the heck is FP? I know HP. That's health. What's FP? Black firebomb? Known. Fire gem. What's a fire gem? Material used to upgrade to fire weapons. More appropriate for a warrior than pretty trinkets. So fire gem would be like the various stones I would find in Dark Souls 2, which would allow me to infuse my weapon with whatever element it is. Fire gem. Doesn't sound bad. Sovereignless soul. What's a sovereignless soul? The sovereignless soul of one who slept beside you. Used to acquire many souls. So this is, okay, that type of soul. Rusted gold coin was for luck, I think. Burial item for good fortune after death. Greatly increases item discovery for a short while. Not actually certain it does, to be honest. So there was this one task, so to say, in Dark Souls 2, the farming of 50 very specific souls, which I did end up using the majority of the rusted gold coins I'd found over the course of my playthrough, and I'm not actually certain they upped my item discovery. It didn't feel like it. No. Cracked red eye orb? No. Young white branch. What's a young white branch? Branch of a young white birch. Perhaps an offering of peace. Can be used to blend into environment, but only once. So this is like a temporary disguise. Kind of like the blue elixir in Bloodborne, I guess. Fire gem sounds nice. I'm gonna go with life ring for now. And we get to character creation. The face preset. So this is the type of face. Okay. The oh-so-plain face of a commoner. Everyone has imperfections, but a commoner without flaws is a rare creature indeed. That sounds mean. That sounds very mean. Northern warrior. What's the difference? Darker skin, I see. More yellow. The face of a warrior as if hewn from rock. I guess? It's been long whispered in jest. Northerners are born weathered and old. A Stora noble. Okay, that's familiar from Dark Souls 1. The features of a true blue blood. Blue of eye and fair of hair. A little reminder of Astora's former glory. I don't see fair hair here. Bit pretty, I guess. I mean, I am going to end up changing it somewhat, but... Actually, it's not bad. Dragon Academy student. Intelligent face with fine lines, often ribbed for looking like apprentice. Apprentice? Dragon Academy student. Why is this a class? Oh, so not a class, sorry. Why is this a type of face? No, Astora Noble so far is the best one. Kareem Novice. Why is the skin so yellow? The face of a cheerless cleric of Kareem. Novice is used as something of a derogatory term for women of the cloth. No. Why is the skin so orange? Why is it so orange? Katarina Merrymaker. Katarina Merrymaker. The large eyes and mouth give this face a look of jubilation. From Katarina, known for its zest for life and love of drink. No, I literally look like an orange. Serpentine Traveler. Okay, so this is very clearly yet. What's up with the skin colors here? Serpentine Traveler. I suppose it does kind of remind me of the skin of the Serpent Guards in Dark Souls 1. An uncommon face defined by its narrow eyes and thin lips. Some praise it as the visage of a true dragon. Great Swamp Outcast. Where are your eyes, ma'am? A uniquely deformed face. Or perhaps merely ugly. Prejudice births malcontents, and malcontents swarm to the Great Swamp. I mean, no. Just no. Londor, Shadow of Death. Where is Londor? Londor is new. And that looks terrible. This looks kind of reminds me of, I don't know why, but my thoughts are going towards Lurch from the Addams Family. A lifeless face, almost that of a hollow. Londor is a realm of those hollow and old. No. Erythilian. Oh my god, you are paler than pale. The features of the old gods as if from legend. They say children born like this are fated to be taken to the Boreal Valley. Boreal Valley. Okay, so a lot of interesting new information here. Too pale. I think I'm actually gonna go with the Astora Noble. This seems more balanced in terms of facial features, I feel. Yeah, the skin here is a little bit kind of sallow. I think that was the word, sallow. Let's go with the Astora Noble. Build. Average build. Standard. Slim. Slim build. Very slim. Is too slim. Like the legs and arms literally look like sticks here. This is at least okay. No. Not burly. Very muscular build. Thick body. Burly upper body. Burly lower body. Okay. No. Small head. Ah, yes, it is small. Large head. I think we're just going to go with standard. Yeah, we're going to go with standard. Okay, and appearance. We're going into the fun stuff now, guys. The fun stuff that usually takes me an hour or so. Gender and age. Young. Age only affects appearance and has no bearing on ability. Can I zoom in? I can. I want to zoom in on the face. Never mind. Oh no. Yeah, we're going for young. Voice? Young voice? Wait, can I sample? I cannot sample. Okay, we're just going with young voice then. Physique. Musculature. Standard. Muscular. Oh. I mean, those are some very nice abs. No, we're going with standard. Standard, yes. Body hair. Average amount of body hair? Thick. Oh. Interesting. Interesting to have that option. No, we're going with standard. Okay. Build detail. So I have to say, ultimately, I am actually quite pleased with how she turned out. All things considered, I'm quite happy how she turned out, but oh my goodness, this took me like over an hour. Or about an hour if I like exclude the introduction. Slightly over an hour. But you know what? I think she's quite pretty. I think she's quite pretty. I think I messed up the nose, but I still think she's quite pretty. So yeah, you know what? I think this is what I'm gonna go for, but guys, I really need a small break right now to stretch my legs a little bit. So be right back in a couple of seconds. Well, in a minute or two, okay? I also need to get more water. I actually drank all of my water while doing character creation. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, stretch my legs a little bit, get a bit of water, and then we're gonna go back and actually properly start the game at last after an hour. Okay, so yeah, be right back, guys. Okay, so back from the small break. So we've got the mercenary class, we're choosing the life ring as a starting item, and this is our our girl. Right, so let's finalize the creation finally and actually get started with the game. Okay, to start game with this character, yes. Okay, the really exciting part starts now. The really exciting part starts now. Oh yeah, something was mentioned about bells in the introductory trailer, wasn't it? The bell would toll and the, what was it, Lords of Cinder would rise. But I don't think that we're a Lord of Cinder. I think we're an Unkindled, as I understood it from the trailer. Okay, moment of truth, guys. Did we manage to create a pretty face? Did we manage to create a pretty face? This is a big question. Okay, Cemetery of Ash. And... so, wait. Nah! Yes, I think we did a good job. Okay, whew, exciting. New game. Yeah, this does look very much like a cemetery, and... okay. So, we've got... and if I go... ah! So two-handing gives me... oh wait, I've got 3 bars up there. Okay, so red I'm going to assume is health, and green is the... ooh! Wait, I need to test this. Okay, so green is stamina, red is health, and blue is... I don't know what. I've got 3 Estus flasks. Oh, I already start with Estus. Ooh, reminds me a little bit of Rakuyo. Hey, right, so, I think I've got a very light roll, maybe. Although this feels slow somehow, I don't know why. Okay. Do I have a jump? Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Ah, equipment. Inventory. That was stupid of me. Ah, settings. Okay, toggle auto lock on. No, we want auto lock on. Wait. Auto target is off. Manual attack aiming off. I guess. Jump control. L3? To jump? I'm never going to remember this. Oh no. This would be dash, wouldn't it? Let's go with this for now. Controller vibration is down to 0. Okay. Okay, and press like this is roll, okay. This is run. And this is jump. Okay, feels better, feels better. Settings. This is okay. I don't know what camera speed means. Blood on, subtitles on, HUD on, music 7 is good, sound effects are probably going to lower it a little bit. Voice I want, however, to be full. Now let's put it at 10. Brightness is okay. This I don't need. And this is status, I guess. Oh, this is quit game. This is quit game. I see, okay. Message, status. Ah, okay, so I don't have a covenant, level 8. I'm level 8, souls 0, obviously. Required souls to level up. 793. Attribute, vigor, attunement. Okay, can I please now have an explanation? Yes. Vigor is attribute governing HP. Also governs resistance to frost. Oh, there's going to be frost. Attunement determines number of attunement slots. Yes. Governing stamina. Also governs resistance to lightning and bleeding. That's interesting. This is very different to Dark Souls 2. Because resistance to lightning... I don't know about bleeding, but resistance to lightning was faith. Interesting. Okay. Vitality, attribute governing physical defense, though this is also affected by other attributes. Also governs maximum equip load and poison resistance. Vitality is poison resistance. Okay. Strength is required to wield powerful and heavy weapons. Also governs resistance to fire and improves attack strength. Have they done like the standard stat plus resistance to something so that the players don't focus on just like a handful but instead have to go for everything? Oh. Clever. Okay, so I will be improving strength for sure then. Resistance to fire and improves attack strength, obviously, yes. Dexterity, required to wield advanced weapons, also improves attack strength, reduces spell casting time, and reduces damage taken when falling. Really? So if I have a very high dexterity, I'm going to receive a lot less fall damage? Interesting. Attribute. Required to cast sorceries and pyromancies. No! They made intelligence a requirement for pyromancies? Shoot! Increases spell potency. Pyromancy is affected by both faith and intelligence. Dang it. I like to have a backup pyromancy spell. I find having a backup pyromancy spell is nice. Oh no, and now I'm definitely going to have to put points towards intelligence and faith if I want my pyromancy to be effective? Shoot. Attribute required to cast miracles and pyromancies. Dark defense is also calculated from this attribute, so dark defense is faith. Makes sense. Magic defense is intelligence. Makes sense. What is luck? Attribute governing item discovery. Aha. Ups bleeding and poison capabilities. Also governs resistance to curses. Interesting. So, item discovery used to be intelligence, like tied to intelligence, and in Bloodborne that's also the case. It's tied to intelligence, well, arcane in Bloodborne. Ups bleeding and poison capabilities. Bleeding and poison capabilities. I'm going to assume bleeding and poison capabilities means how much bleed and poison damage I can inflict. Governs resistance to curses. Oh my god. Why would you do this, developers? Why would you attach a specific resistance to a specific stat? I don't like this. Okay. Oh no, wait, I should have kept the... Sorry. Status. I wasn't done with... Wait, I thought help was... Patience. What? Oh, I can emote with the controller. No, I can't. Okay, let's try this again. Sorry guys, until I get used to the buttons and everything. Okay, so I want help. Explanation. That wasn't done. HP. Wants metal or will to live. Character dies when this reaches 0. Use the Estus Flask or rest at the bonfire to replenish. FP. Required to use spells and skills. Use the Ashen Estus Flask. Rest at the bonfire to... Okay, so we've got a normal Estus Flask and an Ashen Estus Flask. What's an Ashen Estus Flask? Okay. Interesting. So I can recover FP the same way I do HP by taking the appropriate Estus Flask. Skills. What does it mean used to, like, required to use spells and skills? Interesting. Equipment load. Okay, total weight of equipped weapons and armor. Movement slows as load increases. Exceed the rightmost number and movement slows dramatically. Poise. Ability to withstand attacks without breaking form. Item discovery. Likelihood of finding items on the corpses of defeated foes. Attack power of weapon equipped in the right hand slot. 1, 2, 3. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Where am I? Ah. Well, if I want to go right. Ah, okay. There we go. Physical, defense against and absorption of standard physical damage. Absorption and defense is 2 different things. Okay, interesting. Defense against and absorption of magic damage. Combined total value of all equipped armor's resistance to bleeding. Okay, so I've got a good resistance to bleeding as I see. 129 sounds good. Attunement slots for spells. 1. Really? At attunement 12 I've only got 1 slot? Shoot. What does R3 simple mean? Ah! Interesting! Interesting. Okay, sorry guys, I had to explore. Inventory. So this is how inventory is. Fill with Estus at the bonfire, restores HP. Lose souls and return to bonfire. Black separation crystal. Banish visiting phantom or return home. Way of white circlet. Restore the link to other worlds. Do I have item info? Yes, online play item. Restore the connection to other worlds. Not what I meant to do. I'm sorry. Materials. I have none. Key items none. Spells none. Melee weapons. Paired scimitars used by certain sellswords. The scimitar's sharp blades make for effective slashing attacks, but fare poorly against metal armor and tough scale-covered hides. With a scimitar in each hand, the wielder can vary their onslaught with unique left-hand attacks when in the proper stance. Skill. Spin slash. Slice into foes with a large spinning motion and continue spinning to transition into a strong attack. How do I use that? How do I use skills? How do I use skills? Slice into foes with large spinning oh my god, I'm going to have to... Not what I meant to do. Ranged weapons I have none, unfortunately. No catalysts. And a shield. A vertically elongated wooden shield decorated with a white dragon. Wooden shields are light, manageable, and offer relatively high magic absorption. Skill. Parry. Repel an attack at the right time to follow up with a critical hit. Works while equipped in either hand. Sellsword helm. Metal helm interwoven with coarse cloth. Able to endure the hardships of battle and prolonged travel. It is light considering the build, striking a fine balance between absorption and substance. Sellsword armor. No arrows. Rings. What is this maximum HP? Rings have unique powers. Okay, and no covenants. And then I'm back to here. These are my tools, but I'm going to assume equipment. Ah, this is how I equip. I don't really need anything else. And equip load 27 out of 50? Yeah, should be light actually. Okay. So we've got... Aha! So... And what about... Ah! That was the skill! So a heavy... Oh! Okay, this is very cool. Love it. Strong attack. Okay, yeah. Oh, I see a problem. Ah, camera speed. That is camera speed. That is camera speed. No, wait. Let me slow it down a little bit and see what that does. Oh no, that might be actually too much. Sorry guys, I know this is probably not very exciting and boring, but... yeah, that should be good. Target lock, release. Oh! I'm not used to these weapons. Maybe I should, maybe I should do just this for now. Okay, there's an item there I see, and I see an enemy as well. Oh. Backstab? Backstep. Ah, yes, I see. Backstep, like in Bloodborne. And that's roll. Yep, makes sense. Move and dash. Okay, so let me just take care of... Ah, I don't like the movement of the camera. That was awesome. And my first item is the Ashen Estus Flask. Okay, so I can recover FP now. Did I hear dogs? It's very suspicious. Okay. Soul of a deserted corpse is soul of a lost undead. I'm going to assume like the most basic of souls. Why did they have to change the name? The names work just fine. I see another enemy way over there. And an enemy over there. Oh, that's a very dense bloodstain. Has the same type of specter as Bloodborne though, I think. There's something I don't like about the camera. Oh! Good grief. Use item, yes. Okay, standard. What's over there, though? Seems to lead to somewhere. Turn back! Encouraging. Why? This feels like the little area right in front of the things, like the Firekeeper's hut in the Things Betwixt in Dark Souls 2. Is there going to be a giant being now? Like a hippo? What's that? That looks... I see an item way over there. Is there anything here? No? Ah, why do I feel like this being is going to just end up chasing me if I attack it? So there's this being here. So I see crystals. I don't know what it is though. There's an item way over there. Should I try? I don't have a bonfire. Okay, let's prioritize finding a bonfire. I took fall damage from that? Are you serious? Botheration. I see a problem of some sort. Oh. Okay. Two-hand right weapon. L2 while two-handing. Use right weapon skills. Yes. Use item. There's so many ways to go. A fading soul. L. Oh no. So I was absolutely unable to master the kick in Dark Souls 1. It just occasionally happened without my say so. L and R1. What? Oh, it's the cartwheels! Is this the same combination as in Dark Souls 1? Because this would be nice to finally have an explanation for, No, wait. I really have to do it simultaneously. Wow, okay, interesting. Interesting. I kept wondering why I would do cartwheels. Parry, repel, attack, riposte after a successful parry. I don't really use parries. At least in Dark Souls I don't. At least in Dark Souls I don't. I have been informed that Sekiro is very much a game that requires parrying. So we'll see how well I fare there. Change weapons. Toggle items. Okay. Nothing new for now. Ooh, oh, what a view. What a view. Wow. Reminds me of the view from the Northern Undead Asylum in Dark Souls 1. Do I get a bonfire somewhere? Yes, I do! Bonfire! Bonfire lit. Trophy earned in Kindle. Lovely. What options do I have? Rest. I think that's a gesture that I just received. I can't really do anything much except rest. Okay, so now that we've got that... So I see... There is an enemy there. And an enemy there. 2 enemies so far. That... Trying to peek into that place there. I don't know what that is. And it goes straight up to that thing. Interesting. Okay, well, Distance. Oh. You're slightly more powerful than the others so far. I have to get used to having a shorter reach again. I don't actually go for greatswords usually. Don't go for short swords usually. What the heck? Where am I? I'm seeing a problem. This is very, what's the word? I feel like it's reacting very quickly and at the same time reacting slowly. I feel like it's both quick and slow. Oh, come here. I don't want to actually roll off accident. Can't say I'm happy about two-handing the scimitars. And I think that they only compared. Wait, what? While jump, no. While dashing is jump, yes. Figure that one out. Oh my god, this is very, I don't know, it's very delicate. It's very delicate, somehow. Naturally, I missed the jump. While falling, plunging attack. Is there... Oh! Archer. Oh! One-handed is more... a fading soul. So, let me... Oh, that goes down. Oh, how do I go down? How do I get up? Oh, I didn't actually finish exploring. I see. Okay, so I'm sticking to one-handed for now, as cool as dual wielding is. Oh my god, I'm afraid I'm gonna roll off. Oh. Is it worth going after you guys? I don't feel it's worth it. Are they pursuing me? They aren't. Yeah. Well, there is an item there. Should I get it? Should probably get it. I wish I had a bow! Well, I can always return here once I do have a bow, right? I assume that travel between bonfires is going to be a thing. Okay, let me try that jump again. Let me try that jump again. Yeah, guys, you should know that I'm not good at jumping. I'm not good at jumping. Oh my god, I wish I could two-hand my weapon. It feels weird. Yes! Oh, Titanite shard. Worth it, worth it, worth it. I have those guys down there. I've got the crystal being or whatever it is way back there. And I've got something which... This is gonna be a boss fight, isn't it? And that guy is gonna come alive. Okay. Oh my god. I'm not doing well with the combat so far, guys. I don't feel confident at all. Oh, look! Dust clouds. Nice detail. Oh my god. I'm not going to enjoy the boss fight, I think. It's a boss, isn't it? It has to be a boss. Look at this area. It's so open. Oh my god, I can roll off. Oh my god. Space. This might not be a boss fight. Oh, this might actually not be a boss fight. No, there's a bloodstain. This is a boss fight. There are multiple bloodstains. Okay, yeah, this is a boss fight. Wow. I was about to say that that thing is not moving, but I think it's actually moving. I thought it was a statue. Oh no, I see the cloth moving. This is a boss fight. Okay. Well, this is gonna be fun. First death. First death. That looks like a halberd, I think. What the heck is that? Whoa, what is that? Oh no, I'm having some very bad flashbacks right now to Princess Mononoke. I'm having some very bad flashbacks to Princess Mononoke right now. Not that the film is not that it's a bad film. It's not a bad film. It's just that I unfortunately watched it when I was too young, and it rather traumatized me. Okay, let's remove the sword. This is a bad idea, but let's remove it. Was that a bonfire sword? Ah, of course you would. Okay, let's see. Oh! Oh my god. Oh, I can get up. Heal. Don't go right, I think. Go left. Iudex. Ah! Oh! I am not gonna do this on the first attempt, guys. Combat is weird. Combat is weird. Something is wrong with the combat. Oh! What the heck was that? I am out of Estus flasks. Oh! I'm dead. Where did you go? I'm dead. I'm dead. There's something very weird about combat. There's something weird about the combat. I can't quite put my finger on it. The reaction time? The reaction time, I think, maybe. Reaction time, I feel. Okay, so what do we look like as a hollow? I'm human. I look human. Why do I look human? Don't I go hollow in this game? Is hollowing no longer a thing? Am I no longer an undead? Okay, let's try this again. Traverse the fog. Oh my god, this is not gonna go... Something's weird about the combat. I can't put my finger on it. Reaction time, maybe? I don't know. At the same time, it's too fast and too slow, I feel. Oh. Iudex Gundyr. Are those my souls? Oh! Ah! You. Punch! Okay. Ah! Aye! I hate long reach weapons. Okay, I'm getting the hang of it. This is gonna be a lot of deaths, guys. These are gonna be a lot of deaths, guys. Maybe I should have gone with the warrior. I'm more comfortable using a sword at this point, actually. Like a long sword. Kind of. I mean, I spent the majority of... I really don't go hollow? It's weird. So I spent the majority of my Dark Souls 2 playthrough the majority. At least half of it I spent using falchions. And then I switched over to a greatsword, actually. Very much a first for me. And I kind of grew to love where are you even aiming? And I really grew to like the greatsword. But that means that I spent pretty much the second half of my playthrough using the greatsword for the most part. Which means I've gotten used to the reach of a greatsword, and now I have to get used to the reach of this. Oh! Oh my god. This was a bad moment to heal. Ah! I need to... Oh! I'm jumping around too much, but that's... Good old dodge rolling. Aye. Oh! I think I'm... It's very acrobatic. Oh no, that was too soon. I got too greedy. Oh hey! I can get up. That's nice. Aye. What the heck is that? The heck is that? Oh! I'm sorry, what the heck is that? Oh! Shoot! But progress. Okay, so that's phase 2? The heck is that? What the heck is that? What the heck is that? Oh my god, I'm definitely seeing a resemblance to Princess Mononoke right now. I'm not liking this. I don't like this. Iudex Gundyr. Okay. I only have 3 Estus flasks. Limited number of Estus flasks. Same principle as Dark Souls 2 at the beginning then. Okay, I need to get used to having fewer Estus flasks again. One. Aye! He punched me. I hate the reach of long weapons. Aye. Whew. I was within the reach of that. Okay. Oh! It's that creature I don't know how to deal with. I can't see! Aye. That is absolutely... Aye! Okay, so... Oh! Wait! I can't see! 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 I can't see, it's so giant, and he's still doing his normal moves at the same time. Oof. I kind of want to gain distance on that thing. I want to gain distance on that thing. But if I have distance, I'm not going to be able to hit it. I'm not going to be able to hit it. What would be the strategy here for the thing? Okay, what attempt is this? 5? Something like that. Oof. Ah, tough enemy. I don't know what to do about phase 2. He hit me. Oh no, I'm doing rubbish on this. I'm jumping around too much, I feel. Oh! Aye. Oh my god, do not, for the love of everything, do an R2 attack on this guy. Oh no. I'm not even getting... Oh, this was a rubbish run. I haven't even gotten it to phase 2 and I'm out of Estus flasks already. Oh no, I'm out of Estus flasks. This is not gonna be it, guys. So what's the lore behind the black things? I have to, I wonder. The black thing. I'm dead. I've got literally, I think, 2 or 3 HP. Oh yeah, this is a rubbish run. I'm gonna be here a while, guys. I'm gonna be here a while. What do I do? What do I do when he hits phase 2? I don't know. I need to get to phase 2 with as many Estus flasks as possible intact. I rolled too much, see? Ow! Oh my god, no, 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 no. Rubbish. I'm dead. I'm not dead. I am dead. This is a rubbish run. And I'm already out of Estus flasks. I'm not. I've got one more. Now I'm out of them. What did they say about making it to phase 2 with as many intact as possible? Ah! That stupid punch. Okay. I'm dead. I am definitely dead. This was a rubbish run as well. I kind of want to say that I'm still exhausted from Dark Souls 2, but that would be stupid. Let's try with dual wielding. Let's try with dual wielding. I feel this is a very poor decision on my part, but let's try it. Oh no, I got it. Oh, I have skills! I should try and use them. L2 next, L2 next. We want to try the skill. That did nothing! I think I'm going back to... with the... Oh! Okay, dual wheeling back then. I kinda like the dodge rolling here. Oh my god, I don't know what to do about this guy. Oh, bloody hell. Oh! I can't bloody see! No, 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 too close. I can't see. Oh no. close. Stick close actually, and try not to panic that I can't see anything. The camera's going wild. Camera's going wild. I don't know which attempt this is, but this is a very brutal start to the game. Huh. Dark Souls 3 has a pretty brutal start, I have to say. Oh. Oh! Dang it. I keep forgetting it has a hand. Yes! Whew. Air of Fire destroyed. And I've got the coiled sword and ember restored. And trophy earned, Embrace the Flame. Oh my god, my heart is pounding. Oh my god, my heart is pounding. Oh, that was an excellent phase 1. That was an excellent phase 1. I actually really... So initially I complained about the jumping. That it felt weird, but I actually really like it. It's very acrobatic. It's very acrobatic and I like that. Oh, look at the sign on the left there. It's kind of glowing and I'm glowing. Why am I glowing? Okay, inventory, and I got a coiled sword. Where would I find it? Thrust in Shrine Bonfire to activate Bonfire Warp. Ah, so this is my Lord Vessel, so to say. Sword missing from the Shrine Bonfire. Oh my god, cannot be equipped as a weapon. Thrust into the Shrine Bonfire to restore its power and enable travel between... sorry about that one, guys. I have a 1 hour recording limit because I'm recording with my phone and with my PlayStation 4, and the PlayStation has a limit of 60 minutes. And I didn't notice that 60 minutes had passed. So, oops, sorry about that. Anyway. This sword is only bequeathed to Chosen Ash, as judged by the Iudex, who awaits the arrival of Ash as a scabbard. So I am chosen Ash, then, I guess? Okay, interesting. And there was something else though, wasn't there? Yeah, these are souls. There was something else though, wasn't there? Something about an ember. Okay, so I'm glowing. Interesting. Any items? No. Okay, but that was an excellent phase 1. That was an excellent phase 1, and then I absolutely screwed up at the beginning of phase 2. Ah. Okay, so... No, that's an enemy there that I can see from the distance. Item. Broken straight sword. Open menu? Yes, I know. I have been doing that for a while now. Is there anything here? Guy's got a spear. I don't do well with spears. I do poorly, actually, with spears. I do truly poorly. You guys have no idea just how poorly I do. Okay. Ah! Oh! See? I do poorly. Can I backstab you? Yank it. No, 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 no. You're not allowed to heal. Oh my god, why do I feel like I'm going to just fall down? Homeward Bone! Classic item. I can definitely hear more enemies. Okay. So I did see an enemy in the distance over there. Didn't I? Right? Wait, what? Ah, yes, I did. Too close to the edge. I don't have... we've got a problem. Got a problem. We've got a lot of souls. At the start of the game, anyway. Not enough health. Sort of feels like a trap, you know? That was good. Okay. Oh my god, I nearly fell off. I wanted to do... I wanted to do like a backstab with the sword. And I forgot that the R2 does the spinning attack. Spinning slash attack. Oh my god, why do I feel like this, like enemies are just going to pop out of nowhere? Any items I'm missing? No, not that I can see. Anything over here? I do see the entrance there, guys. I do see it. No, 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 no. Dog? No. Dog? Nope. Nope. Whoa. What's this? Those look like thrones. Firelink Shrine! I'm at Firelink Shrine? Oh, there's a guy there. Hi, how do I get to you? Oh yeah, stairs. Oh, but there are several levels. Oh, is that my firekeeper? I think I recognize her from the art. Oh my god, this is so much. Hi?
Ah, another one roused from the sleep of death.
Indeed.
Well, you're not alone. We unkindled are worthless.
I was right, I'm unkindled.
Can't even die right.
We're not worthless.
Gives me conniptions.
Conniptions.
And they'd have us seek the lords of Cinder and return them to their moulding thrones.
That is what I was told,
But
yes.
we're talking true legends, with the metal to link the fire. We're not fit to lick their boots.
Everything's possible. Collapse. Is this Crestfallen Knight version 3.0?
Don't you think?
Don't I think what?
What
Anything
a
else to
sick
say?
joke. Asking us to seek the lords of Cinder, and we're talking true.
Right, okay. Okay guys, I actually need to change settings a little bit because I overdid it a little bit with the sound. I overdid it with the sound. Okay. Oh my god, there's so much to explore. Well, for now, I am just going to... may the flames guide thee, good fellow. Hi, are you my fire key? Is that Andre I see in the distance?
Welcome to the bonfire, unkindled one.
Hi!
I'm a firekeeper.
I knew it.
I tend to the flame and tend to the...
Oops, I'm sorry.
Welcome to the bonfire, unkindled one.
This is very delicate, apparently.
I'm a firekeeper. I tend to the flame and tend to thee.
I thank
The
thee.
lords have left their thrones and must be delivered to them.
'Tis mine
To
task.
this end, I am at thy side.
Ha! You're my way to level up. And, well, let's talk first and then level up.
Ashen one, to be unkindled is to be a vessel for souls. Sovereignless souls will become thy strength.
Sovereignless souls.
I will show thee how. Ashen one, bring me souls plucked from their vessels.
Plucked from their vessel. Plucked from their vessels! Like I'm going around and plucking souls out of out of beings as if they're flowers. I like her voice. I love her voice, actually. I love it.
Ashen One, to be unsovereign, I will show Ashen One.
Okay, well, I have several souls.
Very well. Then touch the darkness within me.
I beg your pardon?
Take nourishment from these sovereignless souls.
Touch the darkness within...
Souls withdrawn from their vessels. Manifestations of disparity. Elucidated by...
Oh, I'm going to listen to what she says later on. For now, let's do some leveling up. Okay, so... What would be very good to level? Stamina. Stamina must go up. I have... No. Oh, I only have for that much? Okay. Never mind. That's still good. Good. Resistance to bleed, poison, frost, and curse improved. Defense, magic, fire, lightning, and dark also improved. Beautiful. Confirm. Yes. Do you have more? Is that Lucatiel? That's Lucatiel. That Spectre has Lucatiel's hat. I'm sorry, Lucatiel was my favorite character in Dark Souls 2. Like, hands down. And her story... Yeah, it hit hard. Anything more to say now that I've leveled up, Miss Firekeeper?
Ashen One, to be unkindled is to be a vessel for souls. Sovereignless souls will become thy strength. I will show thee how, Ashen One. Bring me souls, plucked from their vessels.
Okay, I shall leave for now.
Farewell, Ashen One. May the flames guide thee.
May the flames guide thee as well, Miss Firekeeper. Okay. Oh. Wait, don't I have to, embed the coiled sword? Yes. The description said that. Can't be Firelink Shrine without the bonfire, right? Bonfire lit. Yes. Miss Firekeeper, I've got the bonfire lit. Do you have anything new to say now that I have it lit?
Ashen One, produce the coiled sword at the bonfire.
I have done so.
The mark of ash will guide thee to the land of the lords.
Mark of ash?
To Lothric, where the homes of the lords converge.
They converge. So Lothric is like a, I don't know, central place, central capital, something?
Ashen One, to be sovereign, I will show Ashen One.
Okay.
Farewell, Ashen One.
Mm-hmm.
May the flames guide thee.
Yes. Okay. Do you have new dialogue?
Ashen produced the
No, I already did that.
Farewell,
okay.
Ashen One.
Oh my god, this Firelink Shrine is massive! But first let's go and confirm that that is... or not confirm? Who are you?
A pleasure to make thine acquaintance, Ashen One.
The pleasure is mine?
I am but a humble handmaid of the shrine. Weapons, armor, trinkets, and spells. I've lots of little things to ease the burden of a weary traveler.
You're a merchant?
And yes, I'm undead too, but not so charitable as to give my goods away.
A merchant.
Ashen One, fetch souls and bring them to me.
Mm-hmm.
As is thy wont? No?
Oh, I love the language. I'm getting a kick out of this. What do you sell, Miss... I don't know who you are. Shrine handmaid. You're a very old handmaid, if I may say so. Repair powder, poison moss, purple moss, firebomb, prism stones. Oh, they're so colorful. Homeward bone, white sign soapstone, dried finger, tower key, key to the dilapidated tower behind the shrine. For 20,000 souls? Woof. Okay, so I apparently have a priority here. Wait, what was this? Ember. What's an ember? Item info. No unkindled can ever truly claim the embers that burn within a champion's bosom, which is precisely what makes their yearning for warmth so keen. Gain the strength of flame and increased max HP until death. With the strength of fire, the summoning signs of unkindled become visible, and seekers of embers can be summoned to join in cooperation. But beware, the embers may also attract invaders. So this is the equivalent of a humanity, I guess. And I do mean humanity and not a human effigy. Because this is the same mechanic as in Dark Souls 1, where if a player is human, they can get invaded. Or they can invade and that they can summon help. So embers are humanity sprites, essentially. Increased max HP until death. So this is like an extra boost to HP as well. Okay, interesting. No! Not what I meant to do. Some miracles and sorceries. Weapons. A dagger, a short sword, a scimitar, which I have. A halberd, no. Sorcerer's staff. For now, no. Talisman. Wait, why is there a little X next to the item? Ah, I don't have the necessary attribute requirements in order to have these. I see. A torch. This is an incredibly useful thing. Wait, do you have a limit? A simple makeshift torch made from an oily rag wrapped around the end of a stick. Torches such as these are the easiest way to illuminate one's surroundings, but their use comes at the cost of occupying a hand that would otherwise be free. Can be used as a rudimentary weapon to inflict fire damage. It possesses no skill, being an ordinary basic tool. So this is like the torch in Bloodborne. Okay, something worth purchasing for sure. A leather shield. Crimson Palmer. Crimson Palmer served me well at the very beginning of Dark Souls 1. Warrior's round shield. What's the difference? Ah. This is better. But is it better than mine is the question. 62% damage reduction. Large leather shield, some armor. Chain armor. Probably heavy. Leather gauntlets, chain leggings, wood arrow, but no bows. Dang it. Oh, no, she might actually be selling bows as well. No, wait, this is in separate Ah, so this is the overall, and then I see. Okay, so you've got a torch, and I can sell you stuff as well. Okay, let's talk a little bit more.
Ashen One, if my wares are not to thy satisfaction, bring me umbral ash.
Umbral ash?
With ash, I'll fashion new wares.
Oh, so like a crafting item?
Is it not our sorry fate to sup on death?
I'm slightly, I am getting a little bit of a kick out of the phrases. Pluck them, pluck the souls to sup on death. Anything else to say?
Knowest thou of that soppy gossip?
What soppy gossip?
That cordial intrusion layeth the path to embers.
What?
And so thou art in need of a soapstone, Ashen One.
What?
Then thy pockets will overflow with souls to trade to me.
She's a shrine handmaiden, but she's very money-oriented.
Ashen One, bring me with
Right,
it not
umbral ash.
Ashen One, be sure to bring more souls.
For sure I will, yes. Okay, but now, more importantly, is that Andre? I recognize the white hair from a distance. I'm sorry. Andre, is this you?
Well, a newcomer, I see.
It is
I am
him.
Andre. I serve
It's literally
the
him.
shrine as a humble smith, forging weapons. You're in search of the Lords of Cinder, I trust.
I
Toilsome journey, I'd wager. You'll
True.
require good arms.
will.
Let me smith you weapons. I am a smith, such as my purpose.
There is nothing humble about him. This guy survived through eons. Eons. I don't know. So, the timeline for Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2 was pretty hard to put together, but essentially it boiled down to eons having passed. And everything that happened in Dark Souls 1 being merely, myth and or legend in Dark Souls 2. I'm assuming that Dark Souls 3 takes place even further along the timeline than Dark Souls 2, which would make him a divine blacksmith, I think was the word. To reinforce weapon, infuse weapon, repair equipment, a lot Estus. What does that mean? A lot uses for each Estus class? Oh. Okay. No, cancel. Okay, interesting. And I can reinforce the Estus flask with you? Really? No Estus shard in inventory. Okay, so we've got the Estus shard system as well in Dark Souls 3. So that has carried over from Dark Souls 2. Okay. Good to know, good to know. Infusing weapon is probably going to be like in Dark Souls 2 as well. Reinforcing weapon. I would need 2 Titanite shards. Okay, so standard procedure. Standard procedure then. Okay, what do you have to say, my friend?
Weapons and protection are sturdy enough by and large, but when overused, they'll eventually break.
Durability,
when their durability
yes.
is low, repair becomes a necessity. Use a powder, or simply rest at a bonfire. But should chance impel them break, bring them me.
Okay.
I'll hammer them back into shape.
Okay.
They take no pleasure in breaking, I assure you. So handle them with care, if you would.
Very probably not. Very probably not. Okay, so same system as in Dark Souls 2. I didn't check what the durability of my weapons was so far. Okay, anything else?
There are 2 ways to smith weapons.
2 ways?
Simple reinforcement is one, and infusion the other. Reinforcement is straightforward. It strengthens a weapon without altering its property. Infusion is a more advanced form of smithing that infuses an element. Reinforcement requires titanite, and infusion requires gems.
Okay.
Bring the stones, and I'll do the smithing. It's my purpose, after all.
Okay.
In battle, your weapons are your only friends. Forge them well, and they won't let you down.
Hurrah! Okay. Right, so good to know that I was right about the gems. They are the way to infuse. Okay, anything else?
Another matter.
What?
Infusing weapons with gems requires a special kind of coal.
Oh,
My humble coals won't be any use infusing more unusual gems.
I see.
I know, it's an awful shame, but it's all I have. Oh, please don't give me that look. Believe it or not, I'm quite thin-skinned.
Oh. I love his voice act. Like, the voice actor is absolutely brilliant for Andre. I love his voice. Coal. Okay, so I have to keep an eye out for coal. Umbral ash and coal and Estus shards and gems. A lot of things so far. More to say?
Boy. If you find any Estus shards, bring them here. They can be used to reinforce either of your Estus flasks.
Either one.
Without those flasks, you'd want for life or focus.
Oh.
And they'll always stay with you. Why not treat them well? Huh?
Okay. Awesome.
Weapons and protection, but when
Right,
they're used like should, they take so. Prithee, be careful. I
Prithee.
don't want to see my work squandered.
It shan't be. I kind of miss him saying, don't you dare go hollow. I kind of miss that. This is your forge, I guess. Okay. Well, brilliant. What about... Oh, and I can go down? Oh my god, this place is massive. This place is absolutely massive. Oh my goodness. Wait, where would this lead? What was that sound I just heard? There was a weird sound I just heard. Okay. I assume that Firelink Shrine is absolutely safe as an area. Oh my god, this is a massive place. Why? Why? I like the aesthetic, but why? Okay, so... Right. And then I went over there. Right. Then I can go up here. And go even high. Oh my goodness, this is a... Okay, this place is massive. Any other people? Oh! It's an... Oh! A giant! Oh, I assume this is the tower behind the shrine mentioned. Oh, there's a ladder! Over there. What is a giant doing here? What the heck? Oh my goodness. Okay, but cool to see a giant. I mean, obviously giants would be in the game. Like, you've got Yorm. Yorm the giant. So obviously there would be giants in the game. I just didn't expect to see them in tree form. Okay, so this is a way to go. So I'm going to just explore the shrine and see. What am I hearing? There's an unsettling sound somewhere. The bonfire will deliver thee to Lothric. Okay. Wow. There are so many ways to go. So many things to explore. So many ways to go. And this was where I came from, I think. I think, yes. Oh yeah, that is. Oh hey, I can see the bonfire from there. Oh! Whoa! Has that always been there and I just didn't look up? The heck? Why didn't I look up? Wow, is that Lothric? It looks very interesting. Okay, so this is the entrance where I came from. I went up there. Went down here. I can go further down. No, wait. I was here before, wasn't I? I wasn't? I don't think I was. No, I was. Yeah, that's... Yeah, no, that's Andre. Oh my god, wait. I'm gonna get lost. I'm gonna get absolutely lost. I already went up there. That was... No. No, I didn't. Did I? Oh my god, my sense of orientation is non-existent. Right, this is where I... in case you guys can't tell, my sense of orientation is not the best. It's not the best. Did I go up there? I went up there, yeah. Oh my god, don't fall down, please. Okay, so I went here. And I did not go down there, I think. Oh, that's just the other side, isn't it? Yep, it's just the other side. Okay. And this is the Crestfallen Knight version 2.0. Oh! Could I get out again if I fell down? I could. Okay, something... Okay, making a note of this. Reading great... Yorm the Giant of the Profaned Capital. They have inscriptions... Wait, wasn't there another chair over there? I mean, throne? No, it's in that direction. Thrones are this direction. Yorm the Giant? Watchers of the Abyss? With multiple swords, okay. Appropriate. Holy King Lothric, last hope of his line. Holy King. Ooh, sounds imposing. Ludleth? Ludleth? Ludleth the exiled, I think. Ludleth the exiled. Oh wait, there's a person here. Hi? Hi. Are you Ludleth?
Oh, that unkindled, and a seeker of lords.
That I am.
I am Ludleth of Corland.
Corland. New place.
Look not in bewilderment as I say. I linked the fire long ago, becoming the Lord of Cinder.
Really?
If substantiation be thy want, set thine eyes upon my charred corpse. This sad cadaver. No need to be coy. Have a closer look.
You're missing your legs. Let's talk.
Knowest thou of our purpose?
The Lord of Cinder.
5 thrones will take 5 lords as kindling for the linking of the fire. The fast fading flame must be linked to preserve this world. A reenactment of the first linking of the fire.
Done by Gwyn.
So it is. I became a Lord of Cinder. I may be but small, but I will die a colossus.
Oh, that sentence goes hard. That sentence goes hard.
Knowest thou of a 5 the Aerie?
Right, so I need 5, all 5 lords.
Now, do not be away over long.
I shan't be. How do I get off? Okay. Wait, this goes on here? What? Oh my god. I'm going to get lost in this Firelink Shrine. The first Firelink Shrine was very simple. Very simple. Okay, so this was Ludleth, right? No. This was Ludleth. Yes. And then is Saint Aldrich of the Deep. Hang on a second. Wait. They are different, I think, the chairs? Okay, so chair. Why do I keep calling it a chair? It's very obviously a throne. Okay, so obviously the throne for Yorm the Giant is massive, and the throne for the Watchers of the Abyss is lined with swords, so makes sense based on what I saw of them in the trailer. Why is Aldrich, why is the throne of Aldrich covered in a wet curtain of sorts? I don't know what to call it. And there are candles. Why are there all of these candles? I mean, they're everywhere, but why is his chair like that? And what about this one? What makes this one different? Nothing in particular makes it stand out. Okay. I don't think there are any other people temple in Firelink Shrine that I've missed? Possibly. This is where I came from, wasn't it? No. This is how I got out from where Andre, right. Okay, so I think... No, wait, there was a second level, wasn't there? No, but I already went there. Okay, so I think I have... Have I gone down there? I don't think I have. No, I have. No, I haven't. I have? I haven't? Oh yeah, no, I did. Oh my god, yes, my sense of orientation is definitely not the best, guys. Okay, so let me rest at the bonfire. Okay, I can attune spells here. Okay, same as in Dark Souls 1. Organize a storage box, burn undead bone shard. What does that do? No undead bone shard in inventory. Okay, so I won't know until I find one, I guess. And I can travel to the high wall of Lothric. And Firelink Shrine. Okay, select bonfire to travel to. Ember indicates host of Ember's presence. Ah! 2 different views, I guess, maybe. Ember indicates host of Ember's presence. Host of Embers? Host of Embers is probably, I'm going to assume, boss, right? That's going to be the indicator that there's a boss? I guess. Okay. Well, this is where I'm gonna leave things off for today, guys. But you know what? A boss fight already for today. Didn't expect that, and it was actually a tough one. So Dark Souls 3 definitely had a very brutal start. But it was actually honestly fun. Okay, so calling it a day here, guys. But quite happy actually with how things went. So yeah, calling it a day. Now, how did I quit game? Here, I think. Quit game, right. Okay, so yeah, calling it a day. So, what an interesting start. What an interesting start. Oh, there are so many things which I'm already so excited about. I genuinely don't know where to start. I genuinely don't know where to start. I don't know. Let's start with noticing the similarities and differences between Dark Souls 3 and Dark Souls 1 and 2, in particular in regard to the game mechanics, like which game mechanics did they keep, which ones did they do away with, what kind of new game mechanics did they introduce with this game, and just finding out about these things, about this particular aspect of the game, has been incredibly fascinating. Like, okay, they did away with adaptability, for example, which they'd introduced in Dark Souls 2, but they kept vitality. And then they changed things so that every single stat, I think every single stat, is now tied to a specific resistance, to a specific defense. And honestly, I find that's a very clever move on the part of the devs, because I feel that most players, me included, probably ended up just focusing on 3, maybe 4 stats primarily, and maybe 1 other stat as a distant secondary priority. So for example, during my first playthrough of Dark Souls 1, I pretty much ignored faith up until more or less the end of my first playthrough, because, well, I didn't use miracles, so why would I invest any levels into faith? The only reason I ended up leveling up faith was that I needed a certain level of faith in order to use a certain weapon, in order to be able to get through a certain area. If it hadn't been for that, I would have probably ignored faith for the entirety of that playthrough. Or, for example, in my Dark Souls 2 playthrough, I also would have ignored intelligence and faith for the entirety of it. if it hadn't been for the fact that having a low intelligence and faith meant that I actually got locked out of dialogue with NPCs. So really, the only reason I ended up leveling up faith and intelligence in Dark Souls 2 was that I wanted to unlock the dialogue with the NPCs. And once I did get it unlocked, I pretty much went back to ignoring those two stats for pretty much the entirety of the rest of my playthrough. And now in this game, I can't do that. I can't do that because they decided to not just tie certain resistances to certain stats, but they also decided to make pyromancy tied to both intelligence and faith. Dang it. I really liked having a backup pyromancy because I could just reinforce my pyromancy flame, acquire pyromancy spells, and then just freely use them. So I didn't actually need levels in certain stats in order to use pyromancy. And now I do. Dang it. Because I do want to actually have pyromancies again. It's nice to have. I find it's easier to use than spells or miracles. So I'm going to go for that. And that means I'm going to have to invest into both intelligence and faith. And then I'm also going to have to invest more into strength than I did, for example, in my Dark Souls 2 playthrough, because strength is apparently the stat that determines fire resistance, which is pretty important. Oh, and speaking of effects, apparently there's going to be frost added to the game as a status effect, which is honestly really cool. I can't wait to find out which enemies cause that effect and to see the areas for those enemies. I would imagine it's going to be something very snowy or icy, maybe something resembling Eleum Lois from the DLC, The Crown of the Ivory King of Dark Souls 2. Something along that line, I would imagine. But I'm really excited to discover all of the other new things, because obviously I haven't seen everything today. I've seen a lot, but not everything. Like, for example, there is now a third bar alongside the health and stamina bars, the FP bar. Whatever the F stands for, no clue. But what I find most interesting there is that apparently now each weapon, or at least I think each weapon, I should have read the weapon descriptions of the weapons sold by the Shrine Maiden, Handmaiden, to confirm this, but I think now that every single weapon has what I think can be called a unique skill. And that adds something new to the combat, which I really like. Even if I haven't quite gotten the hang of the skill of my twin scimitars yet. And speaking of combat, I don't know why, but I kind of expected that combat would be more or less the same in Dark Souls 3 as it was in Dark Souls 2. Because combat in Dark Souls 2 did actually improve on the combat in Dark Souls 1, particularly in regard to dodge rolling. Because in Dark Souls 1, the player could only dodge roll in 4 directions pretty much. Forward, backward, left, and right. And in Dark Souls 2, they also added the diagonals, which did allow for a much more fluid combat. And the pace of combat was much improved by that. So I kind of expected it would be the same here. I don't know why I thought that. Obviously they would have changed something to it, improved it, and the way they did it is by making the dodge rolls more acrobatic. Did not expect that, and I was very taken aback by it when I ended up in combat, in real combat for the first time, when I came across Iudex Gundyr. And honestly, I was thrown off balance by the speed of the dodge rolls and the sheer acrobatic aspect of it. But at the same time, I did end up actually quite enjoying it. And that doesn't really surprise me, to be honest, because the acrobatic aspect of the dodge rolls is pretty much the main reason I enjoyed the heck out of my boss fight against Artorias in the Dark Souls Remastered DLC. Because I was dodge rolling all over the place, he was dodge rolling all over the place, we were both dodge rolling all over the arena, and it looked fun, and it was fun. It was absolute fun. And I experienced the same sense of enjoyment in the boss fight against Iudex Gundyr now. Granted, not the first several attempts, but towards the end, especially in the final attempt. Oh, I will say this again. That phase 1 was just absolutely beautiful. I can't believe I actually managed to avoid getting hit for the entirety of his phase 1 in the final attempt. But like dodge rolling in such an acrobatic and honestly elegant manner was just, it was fun. Obviously after that I let down my guard, and the thing that exploded out of his shoulder and kind of consumed him did end up just kicking me around the arena. It was a very good thing I still had all of my Estus flasks at that point. It was a very, very good thing. But yeah, I actually really enjoyed that. Although I will reiterate that having Iudex Gundyr as the first boss of the game is actually quite brutal. It's actually quite brutal. I really did feel as if I had been thrown into the deep end of the swimming pool there, guys. Because there were really only two choices. Either get used to the combat of Dark Souls 3 and get past Iudex Gundyr, or fail to get past him entirely and just be unable to continue with the game. So really there was only one choice, and well, getting used to it was. Getting used to the combat it was. I'm not particularly thrilled by how my camera kind of kept going haywire whenever I was too close and the camera angle wasn't quite right, because I ended up only seeing the black thing for the most part, which was not good because Iudex Gundyr still used his standard moves, and in order to actually be able to avoid them, I would have to be able to see them. Which was not the case. Which was not the case. But still, actually a pretty cool boss fight. Pretty cool boss fight. Definitely got me into the mindset, I feel, for this game. It definitely got me into the mindset. But still, it's a pretty brutal first boss, to be honest, because you've got the tutorial area where there are just standard enemies, and okay, yeah, so there is this crystal being that I saw back there. I suppose that could be treated as a mini-boss of some sort and a good way to get used to the combat, but you know, otherwise it was just standard enemies that didn't require that much effort to be taken down. And then you have Iudex Gundyr. Wow. Bit of a brutal start, but yeah, as I said, it got me into the mindset, I feel, for Dark Souls 3. And then there was Firelink Shrine. Whew. So first off, I did not expect to be back at Firelink Shrine. And I definitely didn't expect to be back at this Firelink Shrine, because what the heck? What the heck happened to the first Firelink Shrine? This one is massive. It's massive. Very massive. Has a very pretty firekeeper, indeed. I really quite like her voice. And there's even another Crestfallen Knight. I'm going to call him Crestfallen Knight version 3.0 because he failed to give us his name, so until he does that, that's going to be his name. Crestfallen Knight version 3.0. And then Andre. He was such a surprise. Because, I mean, eons, literally eons, ages upon ages have passed between the events of Dark Souls 1 and the events here, or at least I assume that a lot of time has passed, because enough time had passed between Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2 that everything that had happened in Dark Souls 1 had pretty much transformed into myth and legend by the time the events of Dark Souls 2 unfold. So literally ages had passed between the two, and so I'm assuming here, but I think that it's fair to say that Dark Souls 3 takes place quite a bit further along that same timeline. And Andre has survived from Dark Souls 1 to Dark Souls 3. I'm pretty certain it's the same voice actor. It's been a while since I last played Dark Souls 1 and heard Andre, but I'm nearly certain that it's the same voice actor. And yeah, just seeing him again was such a joy, such a delight. Very, very pleasant surprise. Although I did miss him saying, "Don't you dare go hollow," at the end of his dialogue. I expected it somehow, because that's what he always said in Dark Souls 1 upon, the player leaving. So I really expected him to say it here. Although it does kind of actually make sense that he wouldn't say it, since apparently the hollowing mechanic has been removed. Which is so weird, because that was such a, I don't know, maybe not key part, but it was very much one of the main game mechanics in Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2 actually even more than Dark Souls 1, because in Dark Souls 2 the developers actually kind of leaned into it and elaborated upon it by adding details such as each death resulting in an increasingly limited health bar, and with each death the player would physically appear more and more hollowed, and their movement would also be affected, like physical abilities. So they actually very much leaned into the hollowing mechanic, and I don't know, I kind of expected it would be the same for Dark Souls 3, but apparently it has been just completely removed, because every single time that I died to Iudex Gundyr and reappeared at the bonfire, I still had my human appearance. Which makes me really happy that I actually spent as much time as I did on character creation. Can you imagine just doing like a half-hearted job and then finding out that I would in fact be able to see my player character's face for pretty much apparently the entirety of my playthrough? That would have been sad. That would have been sad. But yeah, apparently the hollowing mechanic has been removed, which I did not expect at all. Actually, I also don't know what these standard enemies are. They seem behavior-wise to be similar to the hollows of Dark Souls 1, but they look very different. They don't look hollow, I feel. They kind of remind me of a mix between the kidnappers from Bloodborne and Nazgul, kind of, the clothing, except they're not as strong as the kidnappers from Bloodborne, and definitely not as tall. And obviously I did see that one undead dog, so apparently dogs are going to be present in this game as well. Surprise, surprise. At this point I'm certain that there's also going to be dogs in Elden Ring and in Sekiro. I'm just going to assume from now on that every single FromSoft game has dogs as standard enemies. But yeah, that was just such an interesting start. And I already have so many lore-related questions. What was that thing that came out of Iudex Gundyr's shoulder? There were already these small black tentacles protruding from his shoulder even before I removed the sword from him. But once it exploded, what the heck is that? What the heck is that? And more importantly, is this an isolated case? Was this the only instance that I would encounter something like this, or is this going to become a thing for the rest of this playthrough? I have a lot of questions there. I also have just a lot of questions which were raised by the introductory trailer, and then partly by the conversation with what was his name? Ludleth, I think? Ludleth, yes. So yeah, I'm just really excited to find out more lore, and to see what kind of world the world of Dark Souls 3 is, what kind of places I'm going to go to. Apparently the High Wall of Lothric for a start. So yeah, look forward to me continuing my exploration in the next episode. And if you guys enjoyed watching this one, leave a like, subscribe, check out the link below, and see you guys next time.